Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play the Arcana Prologue update together! Yay!
Awesome. All right. He's always telling me to have patience in spite of the gaping chasm of darkness in my past. My first memories are of Astra 3 years ago. He's been the most important person in my life since then. But before that time, there's nothing but hazy emptiness in my mind. Astra catches my pensive mood and gives me an encouraging smile, because I can totally tell as I just sort of angrily pull down the curtains and sort of start shuffling them on, because I realized that actually that's my clothing for the day, and somehow the shop ran off with it again, and that's the wrong curtain.
Yes.
Thank you. And then I have to go get the actual curtains that's over there on the side. Thank you. Come back over here. We're going to pull you down, and we're going to put you back up, and it'll look beautiful.
I love this idea of going, the curtains change colour. Actually, I love that fabric. I'm going to make a dress out of it.
We'll make a dress out of it.
I will wear it. And then when I go outside and it starts raining, my clothes will change completely. It'll be beautiful.
And everyone will know that the rain is actually going to be coming or is here, because guess what? It always changes.
Ta-da. I was like, for me, I'm going...
Today is more like a blue day, but dang.
That sounds wild. This experience of going, I remember nothing except for the last 3 years. And I know that there's stuff back there, but I can feel that I can't remember it.
Right.
I assume that means then that you had like all language and everything, that you had yourself entirely together and you woke up going, hi, I don't remember my name, but I remember how to speak, and I remember things like cultural context functioning, but it's all implicit.
Right.
It's not explicit. I have no memory of learning how to do this, but I can totally fold this particular pastry.
Watch this. I can do origami. No.
Where did you learn that?
La la.
I do not know.
La 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 la. Origami.
All right, here we go.
Astra catches my pensive mood.
Encouraged smile.
Yep, encouraging smile. You'll be fine as long as you're careful. Corazón, promise me you'll stay safe.
Why do you need to be careful about your memories?
This is different. That is solidly different. I promise, but I love trouble.
Oh, that's amazingly different. They are trying, maybe they're trying for more of a dichotomy of, here's the sassy, aggressive one of, ew, I don't want your creepy duck, I love trouble, blah, 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 versus the, I am complacent, I am agreeable, I am with you.
Ow, you step on my foot.
I step on your foot. I think probably, I promise.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially, like, I think with Corazón.
They sound very agreeable.
They're very like, no, I'll be agreeable, and I like to do my thing, that's okay. I don't want to go with you, goodbye.
I am very self-focused, I am very into my own things, I like beautiful stuff, I like order. Yes.
It's nice. I like that thing. I mean, some
you're going to go out in the world, there's dirt out there.
You know what's outside?
Dirt.
Astra, there's dirt.
Astra, I will go out into the wilderness. Sounds gross.
It sounds regrettable.
I am sorry.
I promise. I must sit right here and clean something.
And when you bring
out
back
of
the
an effigy of you, I will basically put a spell on this, and I will clean it in remembrance of you, and it will keep you clean. Yes. Because I do not want to deal with that when you get back.
Yes. So what we've got
disgusting.
Is I have basically a voodoo doll of you that what I do is I wash it so that you stay clean.
Perfect. Sir, why do I constantly feel wet?
Why do I feel
damp
all the time?
Damp. What are you, moist?
Moist.
Astra,
the dirt.
This little animal. So again, we know some of the things later on, but so we know he has a critter, so I apologize. If you've never seen the original, I would suggest you go watch it.
Yes.
For us not actually knowing some of the things about this, but he's like, his little critter looking at him like, I will lick you. It tastes like soup.
You smell weird. I was constantly...
He's gotten dirty again. Time to clean his face. Astra, why am I moist?
Him slogging through a swamp, the mud just shooting at him. I was constantly the legs.
This actually kind of works out though.
It's kind of wild. I climb out of the swamp. Everything is completely off of me. Feels a little weird, but it's gone.
I love the fact that my apprentice is a little bit
They're so attentive. They're very fastidious.
They're so clean.
They're very. They're
like, I helped you make that outfit, Corazón. How dare you fuck it up?
Corazón, I sewed that out of the last medical bullshit you brought home, and you look amazing, and you will not stain it.
How dare you? And it's not even that good because you keep messing it up. My idea was better. You didn't like my beats.
Here we go.
Why do we have this conversation every time he leaves?
Let me tease you about going out into the dirt and us going, no.
Every time, my answer is the same.
Bye.
Bye, bitch.
This is my answer. It is the same.
I promise.
I will be here doing good things.
Really interesting though, of where they're actually saying like this clearly like will establish a serious amount of character.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got the hiccups.
With the strongly
the burps. I lied. Okay.
Sorry. With the strongly dichotomized choices of going, you are more this person or more this person. It also establishes immediately more of your feelings about Astra.
Right? Or maybe not, because again, like, so when the last time we played the prologue, we were actually really concerned, because I remember my friend Liz was so mostly had the helm, and now I mostly have the helm this time, me, Scandal. And there was basically like a level of concern of going like, what happens when we're picking these options? They're not very clear. And going, are we making decisions for certain things? Are they worth anything? So as far as we also understand, so we have some spoilers in regards to the fact that apparently there are no paid options anymore in the prologue.
So when we had lovely people on our channel come to us and go,
which was why we decided to do this. Like, thank you very much. Like, dang, guys.
There was a massive update, and we hadn't opened the game for a little while because we're working on our backlog of stuff.
Oh, God, yeah. We've got so much.
That kind of thing. I would say, anyway, so there was this experience of going, oh, thank you, we'll go check it out. And then immediately going, oh, this is going to be different. But we'd had a lot of questions before, and we're wondering if it'll feel a little different this time.
Right.
At any rate.
Thank you. Now I can set out with a light heart. Your heart will be at least clean.
And clean.
Okay. And
light
clean.
And clean. And fashionable.
And fashionable.
You'll be fashionable.
It's still
and
not
clean.
as good enough for me, but you know, it's okay.
Also going, you really need me to promise I will stay here and not exert myself. I think I work harder than you.
Hi.
That's the problem. Why do you work so hard? You work harder than me. It's, again, I feel lazy next to you. You should.
Spoilers. You should.
All right, here we go.
Okay, something brushes along my ankle, smooth and cool. Oh? He kneels down and holds out his hand. A long purple serpent winds her way up his arm, flicking her tongue at me.
Okay, I wonder if they're going to actually introduce her. I don't know who she is, because a long purple serpent says, I don't know this creature. Like, I'm not going, like, if you had your dog walk past your leg, you wouldn't say, a brown dog of medium build.
Right.
You'd say, Toto.
Right? Well, especially in regards to... So we had this criticism last time we played the Arcana. And again, I understand it, not everybody's going to agree, and that's totally fine. This is just kind of our perception.
Our preference and our interest.
So we already obviously know who this character is. This is an actual, like, basically side character. This is Fuast. We got this... We had this level of irritation with it last time, going, like, if we know who this is, and there's really, like, very, very, very little chance... Because sometimes I have seen that, where sometimes people are like, I don't recognize the dog, but that's because I have 90 million dogs around me. And so sometimes you jump, going, like, I don't know which dog this is, and then you go, oh... That's Captain.
But the thing is that's going to be different than going, I don't know what's touching my leg, oh, it's my dog.
Right.
Rather than, I don't know what's touching my leg, it is a beige dog with shaggy fur. He has a long nose.
Right, and this is actually one of those things, though, that we've criticized in terms of, like, if you're ever going to be doing, like, writing from a first-person perspective, you really got to think about it, you're in their head. Do you really have a character that's sitting there and going, it is a long purple serpent that winds my way up that winds her way up his arm, flicking her tongue out at me. And you're like, okay, so you're already implying a level of familiarity, and then also your character, for some reason, is describing this in their head.
As a distant thing.
As a weird sort of distant thing that is, oh, there it is. Like,
Didn't they describe Faust as white last time? Not purple?
I don't remember.
Anyway, it's okay. So flicking her tongue. So basically it feels like they went from inside your head to there's something familiar. And unless they establish in the next frame that we don't know Faust, this feels weird.
There you are, Faust. I was just about to come to find you.
She will also be clean.
I will make her very clean.
It's
You
fine.
better keep the snake clean, by the way, because snakes actually do not do well in lots of water or moist.
Unless they
Like
are
you.
Unless they are like water snakes.
Unless they are water snakes, then those snakes do better. But the thing is that you actually have to be really careful with snakes, because snakes can actually really strongly experience something called like scale rot. So it's like actually a thing, if you're gonna keep snakes, you must keep their basically their environment fitting what their needs are.
Right, you need to know what kind of snake and what they need.
Yes, please clean out their tanks. Good Lord, you need to be doing it. I think they said anywhere from every 1 to 2 weeks, if not more frequently, depending on basically what that snake does.
Okay.
Come on.
That didn't work.
There we go. Faust is Oscar's familiar. She bobs her head at me, her eyes bright and curious.
Okay, so that's where I then say, okay, so since we're not meeting her for the first time right now, that description pulled us out of inside the character. So that's just basically a change of perspective of we're either inside our MC's head, but when it's a long purple serpent comes by.
And just in case you don't know, we're
the
using MC to stand in for my
main character. Right,
yes.
So if you weren't familiar with that. So anyway, so that might be something if tense keeps changing from, or basically perspective keeps changing from inside your head to outside of your head, not tense. tense, perspective.
Perspective.
Then that's going to be something we're going to point out, because for us, it feels disorienting sometimes. Like, suddenly you're talking to the player. Like,
Right.
suddenly the MC or main character is narrating to the player what they see,
Right.
rather than just going, "It's Faust by my ankle. I love them."
Or it's suddenly like the game is sort of talking to you more than like basically your
character is
character
talking to you.
interacting. If I understand there's some limitations in regards to this because some people really just don't know how to do it, and that's a thing though to work on. I feel like, but I'm also like lots of people do it in terms of first-person perspective books.
But it's one of those things of going, if you really want to stay in the character's head, you have to kind of commit to it.
Yes.
And if you want a narrator that's outside of the person's head, you can do that as well, but establish it.
Right, absolutely.
And just have that be part of your writing convention.
knock, knock.
Oh.
It was a very sharp knock.
It was a very, very soft. Okay.
A sharp knock at the door startles all three of us.
Pep. Okay, so the premium scene is gone because we had an option to say a bigger goodbye, but I want you to stay kind of thing to Ashra. So that is different. Excellent.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Startles all three of us. I love the snake being startled. Hoo! Like a cartoon. Hoo! Hi, what is it?
A customer at this hour. Did we forget to put out the lantern again?
It's probably the magic of the shop making the lantern burn on its own. Dang it.
Ah, that shop. It just really wants us to get more clothes. Excellent. I love its taste.
Also, it burns red at night, and sometimes we get the wrong kind of customers.
Oh.
I hope it's not red. Maybe it's green this evening. Maybe that would be good.
That would be great. Because last time that happened, that was a really funny conversation that we had together where we spent a lot of time basically trying to slowly shove them out of the door while they were trying to peel your clothes off. It was really interesting.
Well, they're really like, you, I would choose you. I would buy your services. I love you. You look amazing.
You look amazing.
And
this
going,
one over here on this side, you have way too many clothes on. Yeah, well, you know what? This fashion is untouchable, so I don't care.
It's beautiful. By the way, you should let go of Asra. He is not for sale.
He is totally not for sale.
Not for sale.
I'm not done clothing him yet. Stop taking his clothes off.
Right. Forgot to put... Okay, lantern. Okay.
So, well, I'll leave our visitor to you. I can't stay any longer.
Didn't you just tell us not to work hard, and now you're saying just go ahead and work after hours? That's fine.
Oh, it's fine. All right, well, I guess then...
Are you one of those kind of managers?
Like...
One of those kind?
Those kind of managers. Also, are you just going to yeet yourself out the door because, you know, you actually just don't want to deal with it? Or you know what's going to happen.
You're like, I've already done this round once when I was building the deck. I know what's next. You should see. You should see
okay.
what you think. It's
I know
fine.
what solitaire is. You don't. Goodbye. I know what's going to happen.
Out I go.
I know this route. Goodbye.
Aha, I can't stay with you any longer, or they might see me first and that will all be ruined.
Oh, no. So sad. Azra hurries to the back door. I wonder where he's going and what he seeks.
He tells
Why
me
are you in
nothing.
such a hurry? Your fashion is terrible.
Yeah.
Come back here.
Your fashion is terrible. You just don't even know how to put that thing on. Honestly, the jacket's not supposed to be asymmetrical. Put it like this.
Oh my god, unless you're doing the asymmetrical fashion, but the thing is that I'm not really a big fan of it. So, you know, you just sort of look like...
I like symmetry. All right. I just love the idea that he's like, bye, foosh, she just, Scott Pilgrim style, jumps through the window.
Right, Asra. Oh, I'm sorry, what's that responsibility? Smashes through the door.
I'm sorry, he just left. Oh.
You know what? He just left.
Also going...
But I'm sorry, you didn't want to see him anyway. You wanted to see me, yes?
Read this, I love this.
But I know better than to ask. He never gives me answers.
So with Corazón as the MC, as my friend has established him so far and I've helped build, it sounds like I know better than to ask. He never gives me answers, but I don't care anymore.
I've kind of given up.
I've decided he's a hopeless, disorganized case, and I will take care of myself.
It will be great. I'm the one who really runs his shop.
I know
it's all
everything.
Right. I've got it done.
He shows up. He was never as good at business before me.
Well then.
I thought you just ran to the back door.
Left.
Wait, what?
What?
He runs to the back door and then stops?
What?
I guess.
For a moment,
he does.
He pauses, like he still has something to say.
He's all the way in the back of the shop, almost out the back door halfway open, and goes, well then, you're around the corner.
other side.
You're on the other side. Did I hear a tiny noise? So I heard a peep. You know, walking away from the
Corazón
door.
just stopping there, leans over, slowly peeking around the corner. I'm sorry, bitch. Are you trying to say something?
Did you? I heard a noise.
I need to know.
I was about to go answer the door. Like
I'm sorry. Did you actually want to not dress like a hobo?
I
said. Then he dons his hat, winding his scarf around his face. Until we meet again.
You did not know how to wear that scarf.
I am the snake in the scarf. Poink.
I love that idea.
I am secretly Nezu. Hello. So, goodbye.
Goodbye. I will just sleep in here where it's toasty.
It's okay.
Yes,
I
it's
love
good.
you.
Right, until we meet again. We had to come all the way to the back of the shop while the customer's still waiting at the door to listen to you say it until we meet again. Did you already say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye.
You're a little clingy.
Has anyone ever told you you're a little clingy?
Possibly. He parts the curtains soundlessly and slips out the back door.
Are there curtains over
Except
the back
for the fact
door?
that I know this, even though I'm all the way over here. Ah, the smell of cashmere.
I can
hear
sense
it.
the curtains being moved aside. The foosh is strong.
And the beads jingling slowly.
Yes.
Astra's barely left when the mystery visitor knocks again, more urgently than before.
I hadn't had to run back to Astra and listen to him talk again. I would have been here sooner. I love the idea of the curtain in front of the door being made out of those little worms. The little pipe cleaner worms. It's this long, beautiful curtain. So someone actually did it on Tumblr. They made like one of the bead curtains out of those pipe cleaner worms with the googly eyes. And you just have Astra shoofing that aside, these brilliant colors that match the Arcana color scheme, but the little fuzzy worms. I love it.
Your fashion is so...
It's so bad. Your taste is
You're
terrible.
everywhere.
Right.
I quickly pocket...
My phlegm. I pocket my phlegm. Goodbye.
I pocket my... She was in a pocket. I quickly pocket the tarot deck and open the door.
Good thing I have a
figure
pocket.
steps inside. Wait, I don't have a choice to open the door or not?
Nope.
What?
You don't.
No.
The other thing we had a choice
that...
to open it for them to leave or not, but it was answer the door or not, and then they got more urgent, I think.
Yeah.
So that feels like a slight change there.
That is an interesting change.
So the figure just steps inside. It's a
We
figure.
don't have a lock. We don't have any ability to basically take care of ourselves. We just stand there and let this happen.
Okay, I mean, look at the
Corazón,
door.
I don't know, sounds edgy. I'll just deal with it.
It's fine.
But also, like, he told me not to work, so you know what? I'm going to deal with it even more.
Like I said, I feel like it's funny, though. He's really literally just like, don't work too hard. By the way, there's work at the door for you after hours. Bye! You're going to be doing overtime. Bye!
Bye! Me, I was going to go to bed. I have a whole routine where I'm going to clean my face.
Well, I'm going to gently wash all my clothes and hang them out so they'll be straight and unwrinkled for tomorrow. They will just...
I have an entire array of things that I am going to do, and you know what? You're not helping my routine.
All right, the figure steps inside. Here we go. My friend.
Hang on, let me get a drink because I have phlegm.
Sorry, my friend, we got this.
The figure steps inside. The faint scent of jasmine perfume lingers around them.
Here's a question I have. How close are you to them to smell this if the shop is full of all kinds of things?
That is actually a
herbs and spices
really
and stuff?
solidly good question, because you have to consider, so typically, especially with the, I will say, associated stereotype of a curio shop, especially when we're in books or in stories, they're really just like, that everything has a smell.
Everything ever there. And the thing is those shops have smells. When I've walked into, like if you walk into a thrift shop or if you walk into an old bookshop, like the shop itself has a smell.
Unless it's like that strong, I have to tell you.
What was standing outside the door and they pull out their perfume and they re-perfume themselves right before you open the door, so there's this wafting as you pull it in.
Oh God, you're
there's just woof, flowers in your face. Pop!
Well, that was a pink cloud that just
anime convention of a bunch of flowers. Boof! And then you just stand there and gently just... can I help you? All right, here we go.
This is you.
Forgive me for the hour, but I will not suffer another sleepless night. And damn, are they sufferable. I hate to suffer them. I suffer when I do not sleep. Do you sleep well? You know what? We don't know each other. I will not suffer another sleepless night.
Also, you have entire bird wings on your hat.
That was amazing.
Like whole ass bird wings.
Entire bird wings. I got them. You know, the thing is I went and I got a taxidermist to taxidermy them for me, and then I put them together. It's an old hat style, honestly, but I do it with a shawl.
I do it with a shawl.
And it's definitely not stiff or challenging at all, hanging on loose fabric.
The elegant shawl slips away, revealing the visitor's face.
The elegant bird wing shawl. It's fine.
Falls on the ground. At the sight of her, my heart leaps into my throat.
Oof.
Oh, baby, you are on point.
You are well done. You rolled your hair up in that thing and then whoosh, cascaded down.
I give you so many points. Not everybody can do that. You have your wig game like, whoa.
Now, part of me wants to be like, the scent of jasmine should whoosh everywhere when she pulls her hair out.
Down, yeah.
Because, like, if she washes her hair in jasmine oil, but she has it tied up, then that smell gets encapsulated in it. So I don't know if you've ever had a friend with long hair, and then they ponytail or braid it right after a shower.
Yep.
And then when they undo it hours later, when it's dry, the smell is just incredibly fresh and strong all around them. So if she suddenly had jasmine when she pulled out her hair, that would be, for me, it'd also be a little bit more like style points to you.
Like, woo!
But also it would imply so much fun, like about it is scented hair.
Honestly, though, so since I already know who this character is, there's like, what I want out of Nadia is actually that Nadia basically is going to be like the lovely individual who had the wig on that they pulled up, that had all the like the flower petals that just plopped down. Remember where they were doing the dance and the thing? I feel like I want to find that video, but it's super good where they're like dancing, they're basically lip syncing to this song, and they're basically slowly throwing tearing off wigs as they're running around.
And one of them they pull off, and underneath it,
and they just bring it up.
They just have flowers petals all over it.
Plaster the ground, and it's
So
amazing.
she just grabs her hood and pulls it
it
back,
off,
and petals fall everywhere,
and
and
you're
hair cascades everywhere.
It's Nadia.
And you are a beautiful, glorious giraffe with hair cascading down your shoulders.
It's the Countess of Vesuvia. She's standing in my shop. Her eyes are troubled and weary. No, I want to see her clothes. I don't
They
care
look
right now.
sultry and interested, not troubled and weary.
Yeah, no, she really
They look
does.
like sharp gaze of like cut through you, my
Unless
dude.
like we've been
Whoosh.
expertly staring at her for hours, going like, I know you, I've seen you. This is great. I got it.
I get it.
Your
Okay, at any
fashion
rate,
is very obvious. Well, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
And obviously, if you like also what we do, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon.
Yep.
We've got some links in the description down below. But other than that, I have been Scandal.
and I have been Lies. And it was,
great playing with you.
Bye.